So, I don't usually post videos about myself, and I just find it weird having that front-facing camera and I'm staring at myself, and it feels weird. I guess I'm dealing with fear of visibility, maybe even fear of judgment, right? But anyways, I just wanted to take a moment to discuss triggers as teachers and what they actually mean, and take what resonates with you and just move along. If it does not help you in any way, you don't resonate with it whatsoever. But I will just be honest here, that I would say most of my life I have been a pretty judgmental person. And even though since I was a kid, my mom always said, don't judge others if you don't want to be judged yourself. And it didn't really make sense to me back then, but now I feel like, okay, maybe I'm finally getting a little message, getting a little idea what it actually means. So in terms of judgment, I actually had a situation come up. I was on the phone with this woman, and we are going through similar situation, different but similar. Some of you might already know, some of you might not, but I was married for 22 years and separated myself from my husband a year ago, a little over a year ago. And it has been a journey of, it's like awareness after awareness, rediscovering who I am really outside of marriage. I got married really young, and so I'm talking to this woman, and she just separated herself from her husband after over 11 year marriage, and I started feeling judgment coming up in me as she was sharing how she is dealing with it, and it's so different compared to me. And I thought to myself, wow, that doesn't seem right. I've been kind of like in a dark hole for a long time, and doing more healing and more retreats and more audiobooks and more podcasts and more journaling, more meditating, more just work. And I'm noticing like huge shifts in my awareness and perception. It's like almost like a daily change. So constant growth. And I've been without a man in my life for over a year, and I'm okay with that because I have been my priority. It was important to me to find myself and really get to know who I am now, being in my 40s. And that woman started just hooking up with random guys she met on the internet within a week of her husband moving out. And I'm thinking, whoa, I was like, please don't do it. Please spend some time and do what I do. Pretty much like reflect and spend some time getting to know what your actual desires are, what your needs are. Learn the lessons from your marriage, because no matter how difficult something has been, there's a lesson and there's a gift in it. And if you don't transmute it, it will show up in other relationships. And she's like, what the hell are you talking about? I've been deprived of fun. I'm gonna have fun. And I'm thinking to myself, what do you mean fun? You're gonna have fun? You're gonna just hook up with several guys a week, just randomly? She's like, yes, I'm doing me. I'm doing what I have been deprived of. That's important to me. And I felt this judgment coming up in me, and I paused without saying anything. I just, generally I just said, I care about you. Just protect yourself. Be careful. Because there's creepy guys out there or creepy women out there. You never know, right? So it's like, I love you. Just take care of yourself. Be careful and protect yourself. And she said, yes, of course, but I'm just here to have fun. And I realized that my trigger and my judgment was coming up because I was not allowing myself to have fun. And the judgment was because I was feeling a sense of separation. And that's hence where the judgment comes in, is when somebody doesn't agree with us, we see it as, if they're not on my side, that means they are on the other side. They are against me. They're doing something different than me. I paused, I took a breath in my mind, in my body, and I said, wow, she's totally showing me, she's being a mirror right now, and she's showing me how to enjoy the journey, even though it's not perfect, even though there is a challenge, even though there's separation happening, even though, you know, whatever the situation is, it does not have to be done a certain way, and it does definitely not have to be done just challenge, like healing work after healing work after healing work. You can enjoy the journey, not just focusing on your goal, on your destination. And like, something started shifting in my body, and I started feeling gratitude, and I was like, wow, I admire her. I was like, wow, she's so brave. She's just going out there, and she, despite the unknown, despite the uncertainty of what life is going to bring her through this separation, this new separation, she's saying, I will do fun things, and I will go through it having fun and laughing and talking to people. And just because this love didn't work out, it doesn't mean the next love is not going to work out. Or it's like, I don't want any commitment, I just want to enjoy myself, have fun, talk to people. And I thought, wow, thank you for being that mirror for me. And like, my body just felt so settled in that moment. I said, this is amazing. This is the message. This is what she was teaching me. So what if the triggers in our life are just opportunities? If we get triggered, and as I mentioned before, just take what aligns with you and what resonates with you, and leave out what doesn't. I'm not a guru, or I'm not an expert by any means, but I'm just speaking from my personal experience, and as well as working with many clients. What if you see triggers as a mirror, as like an opportunity to see something in yourself that you might be missing. Maybe there's a truth in them that is you really want, but you're not allowing yourself to have. Maybe it is about learning to set boundaries. Maybe it is about allowing yourself to do the heavy lifting, do the hard work on your healing journey, but not forgetting that we are here to enjoy life. Life is not about suffering. Life is about creating beautiful moments intentionally. Because if not sure if you have heard of the negativity bias, it's just so easy for us to be stuck in a negative and dark cycle, and it's like this loop. We keep going in circles, and it is difficult for us to see the light. But pain and love can coexist. They can absolutely coexist. And one day you can allow your body to feel this darkness, to feel the pain, to feel the challenge, and say, okay, I am going through this process. It is a cleansing process. When a heavy challenge comes into our life, it is to cleanse us of some negativity that we have not been addressing on good terms. So now we're forced to face it, and we can do it for 10 years, or we can take it on full force and get it over with by learning a lesson. So going back through love and not judgment. So catching yourself mid-cycle, interrupting that loop of judgment that is trying to come up, that illusion of separation, because that woman was not on the other side of me. She was literally, that's how connected we actually are. She was helping me recognize something, and I was helping her recognize something with herself differently. So people who are different from us are just teaching us something, and it might look different, right, than what we have experienced with, and hence why that's a new opportunity to learn something. So this mindset of, and I have been obviously using triggers as mirrors, as learning opportunities for a long time, and every few days I try to reflect. I try to remind myself, intentionally reflect back on, okay, what was that? Like, what did I learn from the situation? And it is a beautiful experience having the ability to go back and do that, because it's almost like I'm opening the filing cabinet of like my memories. I'm opening up the filing cabinet and looking at it with a new perspective. And because I opened that file and I've re-evaluated that with a new perspective, with the awareness that I have, it's no longer as heavy as it used to feel. All of a sudden it's like, okay, I see like a different learning opportunity that I missed before. And that is growth. And this is a lifelong journey. So this is just a reminder to see challenges and darkness as a gift for your soul to cleanse itself, to learn certain things that perhaps you have not been learning. And people are just mirrors and providing us with opportunities to see some truth within ourselves through them. I think this is it for today. We had almost 12 minutes, so thank you for listening. I hope that there's something that that helped you align with some truth within yourself. And until next time.